missiles and drones. We are fully prepared for a sustained and prolonged confrontation to confront hostile warplanes and to counter attempts to break the naval blockade imposed by our armed forces on the enemy in support of our people in Gaza.
Israel conducted airstrikes on Houthi-held areas in Yemen, including three Red Sea ports of Hodeidah, Ras Isa and Salif. IDF claims it destroyed terror infrastructure belonging to the Houthis. The strikes from the Israeli side came after a cargo ship en route from China to Turkey was attacked by the Houthis. Yemeni Information Minister confirmed that Houthis targeted Greek-owned commercial ship Magic Seas. He called it a violation of international law and a direct threat to the security of maritime navigation and global trade. This is the first strike by Houthi rebels on a commercial vessel in more than 6 months. The spokesperson of the Houthi military claimed responsibility, saying the strike was carried out using a number of missiles and drones.
The attack was carried out using 2 unmanned boats, 5 ballistic and cruise missiles, and 3 drones. The operation resulted in the following. The ship was directly hit, causing water to leak inside, and it is now at risk of sinking. Our forces allowed the crew to evacuate the vessel safely.
Houthi rebels have been launching missiles and drones at Israel, as well as attacking vessels in global shipping lanes and across the Red Sea since the Israel-Hamas war began in October 2023. The Israeli army says it intercepted 2 missiles that were launched towards it from Yemen, hours after the army carried out a series of attacks on Houthi targets in the country. Israel conducted airstrikes on Houthi-held areas in Yemen, including 3 Red Sea ports, Hodeidah, Ras Isa and Salif. IDF claims it destroyed terror infrastructure belonging to Houthis. This after a cargo ship en route from China to Turkey was attacked by the Houthis. Yemeni Information Minister confirmed that Houthis targeted Greek-owned commercial ship Magic Seas. He called it a violation of international law and a direct threat to the security of maritime navigation and global trade. The attack occurred roughly 51 nautical miles southwest of Hodeidah, a port city controlled by the Houthis. The UK's maritime trade operations confirmed the crew abandoned ship and are awaiting rescue. This is the first strike by Houthi rebels on a commercial vessel in more than 6 months. Marine security experts say the attack represents a shift in intent by the Houthis. They warn that the use of multiple weapon systems suggests that the Iran-backed group was trying to sink the Magic Seas, not just damage it. Israel also accused the Houthis of outfitting a previously seized cargo ship, the Galaxy Leader, with radar systems to track traffic in the Red Sea. The Galaxy Leader was captured by the Houthis last November and has remained under their control ever since. The rebels say their campaign is in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza, but their attacks have expanded to include vessels linked to the US, UK and other Western allies. Between November and December last year, Houthi strikes sunk 2 ships, damaged at least 3 more and killed 4 mariners. The attacks prompted a mass rerouting of commercial ships around the southern tip of Africa, sharply increasing fuel costs and shipping times.
2 crew members have been injured and 2 others are missing after a commercial ship was attacked off the coast of Yemen's Hodeidah, the second vessel to be hit in the Red Sea in about 24 hours. Now, Yemen's Houthis claimed responsibility for the attack on Sunday, in which gunmen on skiffs opened fire on a commercial vessel, forcing the crew to abandon after being hit by rocket-propelled grenades, RPGs and other weapons. The Houthis, the military spokesperson for the Houthis, Yahya Sarya, said in a video statement that the rebels targeted the Magic Seas ship using 2 unmanned boats, 5 ballistic and cruise missiles and 3 drones. He said the company's ship that sank completely after the hit was a legitimate target because of its business with Israel. That incident marked the first Houthi attack on commercial shipping along the vital maritime route in months. In response, Israel carried out several strikes on Yemen, including a wave of attacks on Sunday that hit the port city of Hodeidah and nearby areas. Israeli military said it struck and destroyed what it called terror infrastructure belonging to the Houthis. Among the targets were the ports of Hodeidah, Ras Isa and Salif. Also, the Galaxy Leader cargo ship, which the Houthis captured in November of 2023. The Israelis said that it had been outfitted with a radar system to track shipping in the Red Sea. It said the strikes were in response to the repeated attacks by the Houthis. Now, hours after the Israeli strikes, 2 missiles were launched from Yemen towards Israel. The Houthis claimed responsibility for the attack, saying they targeted Ben Gurion Airport, the ports of Ashdod and Eilat, as well as a power station in Ashkelon, in retaliation for what it called Israeli aggression. And Hamas has accepted a ceasefire proposal brokered by international mediators and backed by the US. And the group says that it is ready and serious to move forward while calling for guarantees on aid deliveries for Gaza, Israeli troop withdrawal from Gaza, and a lasting ceasefire with Israel. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has, however, termed Hamas' proposed amendments to the truce unacceptable. Netanyahu has sent a negotiating team to Qatar, signaling Israel's conditional commitment to continued talks. The deal proposed by Qatari mediators would see 10 hostages released in exchange for Palestinian prisoners and a gradual pause in fighting. Not all voices in Israel are supporting this deal. National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir denounced the truce proposal, calling it a reward for terrorism. He insisted that only full occupation of Gaza would bring the hostages home. Families and family members of those still in Hamas captivity cast doubt that the truce will last. They demand action from Netanyahu and his government and urgent release of hostages.
I think, unfortunately, it's going to be a partial deal, but what Prime Minister Netanyahu and all the team keep on saying, that it's not a partial deal, it's just the beginning, and then it will give them an opportunity to negotiate the end of the war and the rest of the hostages. We are afraid, but we understand that if this is what we have and this is how we can save lives, so we will embrace it and hope and keep working so all the hostages are back.
US President Donald Trump says that he is optimistic about a ceasefire deal in Gaza as soon as next week. Trump and Netanyahu are expected to meet in Washington on Monday to discuss the conflict and ceasefire proposal.
I think they're going to be positive about it. We have to get it over with. Hamas we have to get it over with. We have to do something about Gaza. There could be a Gaza deal next week. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Israeli military said that it intercepted a missile launched from Yemen. Israel threatened Yemen's Houthi movement with a naval and air blockade if the Iran-aligned group persists with attacks on Israel, in what it says is solidarity with Gaza.
نفذت القوة الصاروخية في القوات المسلحة اليمنية عملية عسكرية نوعية استهدفت مطار اللد في منطقة يافا المحتلة، وذلك بصاروخ باليستي فرط صوتي نوع فلسطين 2، وقد حققت العملية هدفها بنجاح بفضل الله، وتسببت في هروب الملايين من قطعان الصهاينة الغاصبين إلى الملاجئ وتوقف حركة المطار. عملياتنا الإسنادية مستمرة حتى وقف العدوان على غزة ورفع الحصار عنها، وإنا بعون الله مستعدون وجاهزون للتعامل مع أي تطورات قد تحدث خلال الأيام المقبلة.
Now, 2 crew members have been injured and 2 others are missing after a commercial ship was attacked off the coast of Yemen's Hodeidah, the second vessel to be hit in the Red Sea in about 24 hours. Yemen's Houthis claimed responsibility for the attack on Sunday, in which gunmen on skiffs opened fire on commercial vessels, forcing the crew to abandon shop after being hit by rocket-propelled grenades and other weapons. The Houthi military